What is up, Live Gang and Box Critters players? Driver 3 Joe here. We got some amazing news and progress regarding a combat RPG-like game that's coming to Box Critters. Rocket Snail sent a Google Doc. It's basically like an outline of how the game would work, the things we would do, perks and stuff like that. I'm going to link the Google Doc in the description, but we're going to go through this in the video just to document it, and in case you can't open it or whatever, there's some sort of issue. But let's get right into this. So, Box Critters Combat Card Game. First draft, version, blah blah blah. Is this even any good? Well, we're about to find out. I think it's going to be good, though. I mean, I already read it, but I'm doing it for all you guys. So, let's take a look at this nice little overview here. Alright. Looks similar to Cardjutsu Fire, doesn't it? A little slight resemblance, not so much. One of the Cardjutsu games, but I don't think it's really like that at all. But let's just take a look at this picture here. So we got cards, the monsters, all the players. Alright, but let's start getting into the details. So, a simple RPG-like card game that lets critters battle. This will eventually be a multiplayer game, but we will start as a single-player experience. So, it'll be single-player for a while, and eventually it'll expand to multiplayer. Interacting with a monster. So, this is... just ignore these little sketches here. I'm sure these are just concepts. Our critters are not going to look like this anytime soon. I don't think I would hope. I mean, it's a great April Fool's joke. But, and spiders, you know, yeah. Alright, that's Jeffrey the spider. Okay, critters find monsters in the world, they just stand around. Okay, when you click on a monster, you have the option to talk to it or fight it, as you can see. The options right there, little sword and stuff, whatever the bubble. Alright, next, talking to a monster. Little dialogue box here, holiday spider, unintelligible spider noises, maybe it said happy holidays, the screen darkens, a close-up view of the monster appears, a dialogue bubble appears, bonus points if we can have a 2-frame arrow icon urging the user to click, like a good old-fashioned RPG, alright, so the little arrow here. Fighting a monster. Alright, so, other players not involved in the combat disappear or go transparent. The camera travels to an anchor point to ensure all monsters are visible. The vignette darkens the edges of the screen to focus attention on the battle. Don't think I can blow these pictures up, but I think we can see pretty clear. Next, UI starts to appear. So, the player card at the top left, the chicken button at the top right, monster health below monsters. Alright. I wouldn't call it a chicken button, but this is PG-13, so I can't say the other one. Okay, anyway, here's some more details. Player card displays the player name, player portrait, token table, health, slot for chosen action. Chicken button is very important, it's for running away, exactly. If it can make sound, please see YouTube link. You guys can open that for yourselves. Monster health, notes, monsters don't have token tables, tokens stack below them. Initializing a fight. Player deck is randomly shuffled. The basic starting deck is 7 cards out of a 20 card limit. Top 3 cards are revealed, so we're kind of seeing like the gameplay here, how it works. Kind of reminds me of Wizard 101 here a little bit, if you know what I'm talking about. If you're a Wizard 101 player, this looks very familiar. Here we go, more explanations on the UI here. Timer is not needed for single player, so it will be skipped over for the holiday event. Draw deck is not visible when phone is in portrait. There is no room. See picture on page 1. Player turn. All players take their turn at the same time. When a card is selected, a few things happen. The selected card is raised, and other cards go dim. The first valid target is automatically targeted. A target indicator, matching the player's color, is placed above the target. The target lights up, the selected card prompt turns into a confirm button. A dim version of the selected card is placed in the chosen action slot. Alright. I gotta say, the more I'm reading this now, this is starting to really look like Wizard 101's combat system, and I love that. Let's see though. In a situation where there are multiple targets, different targets may be selected. Okay, I rest my case, this is just like Wizard 101. If different cards are selected, the target indicator automatically updates to whatever the first valid target is. Example, healing only targets players. If the chicken button is selected, no targets are selected. The chosen action slot is always updated accordingly. Alright. Clicking the confirm button locks in the player's action. This makes the action appear bright in the chosen action slot and puts a check mark by the player's name. Multiplayer note. If in multiplayer, the confirm button would change to an unconfirmed button in case the team wants to coordinate a different direction. When every player has confirmed their actions or the timer has run out, all the actions get resolved. When all players click the confirm button, the chosen action gets resolved. Okay, we just read that. After the action is resolved, a new card is drawn from the player's deck. Multiplayer note. Each player's action is resolved one after the other. We will need to store an initiative value for each card. Card initiative is a hidden value, not player facing, to make sure actions are resolved in an order that makes sense. For example, actions that power up attacks should happen before any attack actions are made. Sorry if this doesn't make a lot of sense to you guys. I'm just reading what we got here. Being a chicken. If half or more of the players confirm using the chicken action, the fight ends. A combat resolution prompt informs the players they've run away. No cards or treasure are earned. Progress in the fight is lost. Monsters have full HP if immediately fought again. Once all players' actions are resolved, the player turn ends and the monster turn begins. Alright, monster turn. Each type of monster has its own deck of cards. One by one, monsters draw the top card of their deck and immediately resolve it. Multiplayer note. If there are multiple player targets, the target of the attack is random. Alright. Here we go. Here's a little GIF here. Note, the spider's position card demonstrated above doesn't do any damage. Instead, it applies 3 -1 heart tokens to the player. Tokens are described below in the tokens section, which I think we'll get to. If there are 2 or more monsters in the same type of battle, they draw their actions from the same deck. Different types of monsters draw from their own decks accordingly. Spider 1 resolves the top card of its deck. Spider 2 is the same type as Spider 1, so it resolves the next card in the same deck. Spider 3 is a new type of monster. It draws the top card from its own deck. Once all the monster actions are resolved, the monster turn is completed and the player turn begins. Combat continues until one side is defeated or the player runs away. Tokens! Alright, to represent the duration of status effects, tokens are given to players and monsters. When something receives a token, they get added to an existing stack of that token type, up to a maximum of 5. If a stack of that type doesn't exist, a new stack is created. Higher value tokens float to the top. When tokens get added to a stack, the higher value tokens float to the top. Any tokens that exceed the maximum stack size of 5 are discarded from the bottom of the updated stack. Breath. For example, player with 3 -2 heart tokens get poisoned and receives 3 -1 heart tokens. Okay, we're almost to the end. Positive tokens cancel negative and vice versa. When a positive token gets added to a negative stack or a negative token gets added to a positive stack, do not place the token. Instead, discard a token from the top of the stack. If multiple tokens are being added, repeat this step for each token until the stack is clear. For example, here's your poker chips. I don't know, that's what it looks like to me. A player with a stack of negative heart tokens drinks hot chocolate and receives 3 +1 heart tokens. For each positive heart token, the player discards a negative heart token from the top of the stack. Tactical note. Because tokens are removed from the top of the stack, lower value tokens can be used to remove higher value tokens. Furthermore, let's have this player gulp down a hearty soup and receive 3 +2 heart tokens. 2 positive heart tokens, discard the remaining 2 negative heart tokens, and the last 2 +2 heart token is placed as a new positive heart token stack. I'm using the word token a lot here. Tokens are removed at the end of the turn. Tokens represent the duration of a status effect, and as such, they will eventually end. Each type of token bestows a special, helpful, hurtful effect. Heart tokens, here we go. Negative stack effect. At the end of a creature's turn, lose as many health points as indicated on the top of the stack. Remove the top token at the end of the turn. Positive stack effect. At the end of the creature's turn, gain as many health points as indicated on the top of the stack. Remove the top token at the end of the turn. This gain cannot exceed the creature's maximum health points. The token is still removed even though no HP is gained. Power tokens, more tokens, alright. Negative stack effect. When the creature attacks, damage is decreased by the amount indicated on the top of the stack to a maximum of 0 damage. Remove the top token at the end of the turn. Positive stack effect. When the creature attacks, damage is increased by the amount indicated on top of the stack. Remove the top token at the end of the turn. Armor tokens. Negative stack effect. When the creature receives damage, it is increased by the amount indicated on top of the stack. Ouch. Remove the top token at the end of the turn. Positive stack effect. When the creature receives damage, it is decreased by the amount indicated at the top of the stack to a minimum of 0 damage. Remove the top token at the end of the turn. Oh, and there's more. These are just cards. So some samples of cards can be shown here. You got Spider Bite, 8 kicks, Poison, Shield, Web, all this kind of stuff that does damage or heals or any type of effects. So, once again, it's very similar to Wizard 101. And I love Wizard 101, so I'm very interested in seeing how this gets integrated into Box Critters. That's the type of battle system. It's probably going to come this month, so they're moving right along, and I can't wait to play this. Obviously, we got to wait for the multiplayer, but it's definitely tremendous progress. Once again, if you guys want to check all this out for yourself, the Google Doc's in the description below. And with that being said, I need to get some water now because my mouth is dry from reading all this. Yeah, so like and subscribe, turn on the notification bell for each and every upload if you enjoyed. Become part of the live gang. Check out the shop, check out the merch, check out the forum, and the Discord. The links to all those are in the description below. Thank you guys so much. We will see you next time. Have a great day. Peace out.